Welcome to the Discover Montcalm podcast, where we're going to take a look at the communities, the businesses, the attractions, and the people that make up Montcalm County. Here is your podcast host, Duane Weed.
Hello, my name's Duane, and I'm the host and the producer of the Discover Montcalm podcast. Today in episode 28, I'm going to highlight some stuff that I took back at the Harvest Festival in 2022. I went around and I talked to some residents that were there visiting the Harvest Festival, enjoying their day, and I asked them why they should discover Montcalm County. The first person I ran into was Gary Fountain. He's a musician from around here, and he's lived here for quite a long time. So let's hear what Gary has to say.
I tell him there's all kinds of activities in Montcalm County. There's from hunting to fishing to music to dining places, all different facilities in our county.
And since you've been here your whole life, what is the biggest change that you remember as a child to now that you see in this whole county or this whole area?
Computers.
Okay.
Now I think it changed everything that we do. And the other thing I think that's really changed is I never thought I'd see in my lifetime you couldn't go to the car lot and buy a car. So that's probably one of the biggest changes that I see. And one of the drawing cards to our township here, our little city, is our music. We keep having music festivals and things to bring people to the town of Howard City in Montcalm County.
I then caught up with Dolores Becker from the Howard City Senior Action Center, and she's been here for quite a while. She grew up in this area, and now she's in charge of the Senior Center here in Howard City. And it was interesting to hear what she had to say. Now, have you grown up in this area? Are you a transplant?
No, I was born and raised on Little Whitefish Lake, and I still am there. Okay. And I graduated from Howard City High School in 1955.
You got the Senior Action Center. Can you tell me a little bit about what this Senior Center provides to the community?
Okay, it provides a place for the seniors to come. They play cards, they do jigsaw puzzles. They have a place to come and have lunches. And they play euchre here on Wednesday nights. On Friday, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning until 3:30 or 3 o'clock, we have two different groups of musicians from the area, and they come in and they play all day long.
What else do you like about the county? Besides, just growing up here, is it, things to do?
Oh, well, yeah, there's a lot of things that they do in Montcalm County. I don't know, Howard City is getting to the point where it is growing, for one thing, and I guess some of the other towns are too, but Howard City is more important.
Thank you. One thing that I like about small towns is that you run into people that you know. I ran into Jan Melmo and her husband Dave. They were out enjoying the Harvest Festival, and she retired from the Tri-County area schools, and I asked her that question. Why should someone want to discover Montcalm County? Let's hear what her and her husband have to say. Can you tell me a little bit about when you started teaching here and maybe some of the changes that you saw over your career?
Well, I was hired at Tri-County in the 90s as the art teacher at Sand Lake Elementary because I was an art major at Grand Valley back in the 70s. I quickly found out that it was difficult for me to teach hundreds of children, and I really wanted to make a difference with just a few, so I asked for a classroom. And the next year I was given a classroom at what's now the Edge, and it was, I think it was a 5-6 or maybe 4-5-6 level, and then moved down to McNaughton, and I was at McNaughton for many years and then retired from Sand Lake Elementary.
Being around, you lived in Pearson for a while, and now living out here outside of Howard City. What is it about Montcalm County that you find that's unique, and why?
I love the small town of Howard City. I love being able to go to a stop sign and not really have to stop. just to look right and left because I do, but oftentimes you don't. I remember leaving school on Walnut, going past the Dairy Bear at that corner, and it was a busy day if I actually had to come to a full stop before I turned left or right. Well, those days are gone. But it's still a wonderful small town, and we love it.
Do you travel around the county at all? Do you go other places? And if so, what do you do?
You know, I used to do all of my extra things outside of Montcalm County, but since retiring and determining that this is where we're going to be and going to live on Indian Lake, I have moved my dentist here into town. I have moved my hair cutting here into town. I do a lot of my shopping here in town and love it. It's a fun thing for me to be able to have to go to 4 different places, and I can do them all in town.
Just give us kind of an overview of kind of what you like about the county.
Okay, I kind of grew up in a small area, in a rural area, and this is what I really like about Montcalm County is it's small, you can get around places, there's not a lot of traffic. Our grandkids don't live very far from here, so we can go pick them up and take them to places like Anderson Girls, or come up here to Howard City, go in the park, play on the equipment. And that was their favorite thing to do. We'd taken them to some really nice places in Grand Rapids, come back, and what would they say? What was your favorite thing? Playing in the park. You know, there's something quaint and nice about being able to go to a small little town, getting around, feeling safe, and just having a good time with the grandkids. There's also a skate park in the Greenville we took our granddaughter to, and she just loved it, and we found out she's even taking classes there to learn about skateboarding.
I then ran into Tom, who owns 210 Music Row here in downtown Howard City. And I asked him, why should someone discover Montcalm County, or why should they discover the Howard City area? Here's what he has to say. What is it that you like best about Montcalm County and why?
Just the diversity. I opened this up because of the amount of talented musicians we have. We've got just a lot of great musicians around this area that keeps this place going for me.
Why should somebody come and discover the Howard City area?
Well, because we're trying to expand. We've had a lot of abandoned buildings here for a lot of years, and I've been here for 6 years now, so we've got this established. The Forager restaurant does a tremendous job there. The Pizza Cafe, they've got a great venue there, great menu, and we've got the new boutique that just went in next door, which you're aware of, and then next to them there's going to be a nutrition store. So we're getting the downtown area moving a little bit because it's been a little bit of a ghost town for quite a long time, and starting to move along.
Well, today's the Harvest Festival.
Right.
So what is it about the Harvest Festival? I mean, you've got music going on down here, but there's a lot of other things going.
Right.
What do you know about that, and what can you share?
This is the first time I've really got involved with the Harvest Festival. Obviously the parade attracts a lot of people. The car show, I haven't been to it, but I know that and the tractor show had to do very well there. And other than that, the Harvest Festival, we got a little bit of music going, had quite a few people in town, and it's been an enjoyable day.
We hope you're enjoying our podcast, and we'll be back after we thank our sponsors. West Michigan Technology and Design Solutions, your IT and web hosting experts, westmichiganhelpdesk.com, and DW Video, your source for video production, websites, and your local videotape, slides, and 8mm film transfer specialist, dwvideo.com. Now, back to our interview.
One thing I like about small communities is walking up to somebody you don't even know and start carrying on a conversation. Well, I met up with this Michael and Rita at the Harvest Festival, and as we got talking, found out that Michael graduated from Lakeview High School about the same year or within a year or two of when my mom graduated from Lakeview High School. So I thought that was really kind of cool. Just kind of a happenstance, just walked up to him and said, hey, do you live here? And that turned into a very nice conversation. Well, Michael grew up in the Six Lakes area. Let's hear from him and Rita.
I grew up in Six Lakes area. I went to Lakeview High School, Lakeview Grade School. I graduated from Lakeview High School. It was an enjoyable down-home type area that I really enjoyed. Knew everyone. They were all good. All neighbors were just very friendly. We had a great community.
Now, you've only been here for a little while. What do you like about the county? What about the county attracts you?
Well, it's a quaint little village here. I like the area. I mean, like I say, we live on Timberland Drive. It's very nice. The people are all nice, friendly.
What is it that you guys do for fun now? I mean, what in the county? What attractions in the county? Do you go someplace? Is there a favorite restaurant, attraction? What do you like about the county?
Well, we both like to dance a lot. So whenever there's music or a band playing someplace, we like the old country music to listen to, and we both enjoy dancing.
If you could put your tour guide, let's go about the county. Why would somebody want to discover Montcalm County, in your opinion? What would you say about it?
It's a step away from, Montcalm County is a step away from the big city. Grand Rapids is close, 30 miles. Big Rapids is 18 miles. But this is in between. On the west side of here, of this county, you have the 131 Expressway, which take you any direction you want to go, or you want to go to the bridge, or you want to go to Chicago. It's nice location. There's outdoor activities. I'm an avid hunter, fisherman. It's all here, and plenty of room to go and do things. If you want to do some things, you have to go to the city. Yes.
But you can come back home.
Yes.
Right.
It's that little quieter. Now, you said you grew up on a farm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Montcalm County is really big in agriculture.
Oh, real big.
Can you touch on that a little bit?
Well, yeah, I grew up on a farm. Dairy cows. We had some dairy cows. We had 120 acres. But my uncle and my dad and my grandfather all farmed together. So we owned a lot of land around Lake Montcalm and Horseshoe Lakes. At one time, we owned a lot of land in there. I still own the farm that I grew up on Hillman Road, north of Lake Montcalm. But I left the area. I went to work on construction, and I didn't go on to school. I was going to, and I didn't have a lot of money, and I just went on and made my way, and then went to work as a supervisor. I ran a refrigerator in '63, and from there I've been a supervisor or a manager someplace, Grand Rapids, Buffalo, Atlanta, Boise, Idaho. It goes on and on. Come back to Grand Rapids for my last 10 years and managed a big aseptic dairy plant, and retired and bought a new home up here 18 years ago.
I'd like to thank you for tuning in to episode 28. And Carson City, Greenville, Vestaburg, Lakeview, all the communities within Montcalm County, I would love to come over and talk to you and your businesses and your organizations and to your people. Let's go to the festivals. Let's see what's going on. What does Montcalm County have to offer? Reach out to me at 231-250-9624. I'd love to come to your area and feature your community and what you do and what you have to offer. And in the meantime, remember to buy and shop locally in Montcalm County. Thank you.
Connect and subscribe to Discover Montcalm Podcast at discovermontcalmpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Discover Montcalm Podcast. To be featured in an upcoming show, contact Duane at 231-250-9624. Remember to subscribe at discovermontcalmpodcast.com.